Hey people, Infantry here, 53, Grey Sark Undercity Blue Team. Jamboo is an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee but can get specialised ranged weapons. Nice hat too, alongside FrogBozom, I believe also known as Rotslag, with a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist going to infiltrate and disrupt, some powerful offense and a bit of support. And rounding off the team here, Noisy with a Warboss, a melee hero walking through objects, very strong offense, disruption and support, as well as an angry head. Red team, Triumph is an Apothecary support hero fighting in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Alongside, Seraf with a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fighting in melee begins with a refractor shield. Now where are you going? This looks like the Armageddon Steel Legion recolored into Christmas colors or something. But what is he up to? Gonna help cap the VP here, fella? Nope. He'll work it out. Rounding off the teams is Survive with a Warp Spider Exarch, teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat by default. Great for capping and harassing, some powerful control. Just use the teleport to get that contested power point noted there. Up against the Orks in the southwest. Some Daka for the power point. We already saw the Banshees, who apparently forgot to finish their cap, had to go back and do it. Up to the northeast, you have Tyranids alongside Imperial Guard up against the Space Marines here. Already had to heal the Tactical Marines. And there's a good special attack from the Inquisitor. And here comes the Lictor Alpha with a Flesh Stroke. I don't think they're going to drop a model. Maybe if Hammer of the Witches is used, I don't think it's been used yet. Looking at her energy, there it is. Does she choose the right model? No. The Inquisitor does not. They get away without a model loss. They are going to lose their entire power, probably. Sentinel of Seraf is getting low. 2v1 against Noisy. If Noisy can get a Sentinel kill here, that would be amazing for them. Warp Spider Exarch is tying up the shooter boys. I don't think the Sentinel can get away. I don't think they can. If they reacted a little bit faster and kept the guardsmen moving with it, maybe, so they could repair. Big stomp from the Warboss. Well, his normal stomp, which is still pretty big, but not technically his big stomp. Banshees can maybe get onto the power. There's only one gen there, so maybe they can bash it with their power swords. Meanwhile, Warp Spider Exarch with a decap on the VP. They've not bashed the power yet. We've got double termagants with Toxin Sacks. This was increased in cost a little bit for 297. And they shot the barrel, because why not? Do we have a ground pound here? We don't, but we do have an assault squad on the way for Triumph. When those guys come out, they can really bully this guardsman backline, even if they get stomped. They won't be too bothered. They'll just get back up and start smacking stuff again, especially with that Apothecary support. We do have another Sentinel on the way for Seraf, so they're not going straight into Catechins or something. Jamboo's got Catechins on the way. Survive gets out some Rangers. Helps spot the sneaky Lictor Alpha, maybe, who has flesh hooked the Lord Commissar. Throws up the shield momentarily and does get away, but did also decap the wreck point here. This is still noded. Took some damage though. Nobody's capped these points yet. Triumph is going straight towards the mid. Has shotgun scouts. They got their sergeant on the way too, ready for a big attack here. Once the assault squad kick this off with a jump, I imagine. Might be able to set up a grenade with the jump too. No, I don't think scouts are far enough forward. There it is. And Sentinel is getting ground pound now. Apothecary wades in. Scouts being very aggressive, maybe looking for a grenade on something that's retreating. There's the Catechins are reliable. Here come Tyranids. Big stomp though from Seraf with the second Sentinel of theirs. And there's that assault squad jump again. Such bullies in tier 1. There's the crippling poison to help control their movement. Shotgun blast from the scouts too. Maintaining decent pressure here, the red team. Yeah, there's the Apothecary's heal. I was going to say, I don't think he's used it yet. We do have a power weapon for the Inquisitor though. She's got the Holy Brazier. Power weapons do extra damage versus heavy infantry. Also gives the Holy Pyre, which you see there, damage over time and a debuff. So pretty nice for throwing it down to fight some Assault Marines. Can she get a model though? No. Has Triumph lost a model yet? I don't think they have. Yeah, which is why the Inquisitor's got such a small amount of XP. Must have killed a guardsman or something along the way, or at least damaged it. Looters on the field for Noisy, coming all the way to the top. Good stomp from Seraf, but was it an overextension? So there's a lot of Daka for the Sentinel trying to get away. Does not get away. Was not worth the stomp in the end. Although, if they allowed those looters to set up, I'm not sure if they would have been able to get away. Down goes the multi-laser turret as well. Sluggers have their burners for more hit points and power weapons. Seraf, was that? Who was that? Oh, that was the Lord No, it wasn't. That was the Warp Spider Exarch going down there. Lord Commissar's up here, having a chat with the Tactical Marines behind some heavy cover. The sandbags there are heavy cover, but the actual barbed wire thing is light cover, and now I can't zoom out. There we go. Devastators on the field for Triumph. Several changes to these guys' vengeance rounds in 297. We'll see if they are used. Assault squad looking for a jump target, but everything's running away. Catechins could maybe counter-initiate those guys now. Especially if there's a stomp and then you throw the Catechins into melee while they're all laying on the ground. Catechins have power melee weapons. Those fancy knives that they have that I forget the name of. Oh, we're going to get a revive here. Both of them could get the XP if the Warp Spider doesn't move. We have improved targeters. Oh, they didn't finish the revive animation. They could have got the XP for it, I think, unless that was changed at some point. Noise is on the power with a boss pole and a bang bang hammer going for all the buffs. Yeah, not much that Survive can do here with just Rangers and Dire Avengers. Maybe they could Kinetic Pulse and set up a grenade. They've got double Rangers here, actually. Where are the Banshees? Banshees be running. Retreating just to get back quicker, I think. Full power bash. Sluggers using their burners to burn things. But they didn't get any smacks on the Banshees. Is Noisy just going to back off here? Oh, grenade. Got close enough for a grenade under infiltration there. Shooter boys weren't close enough to see them. Meanwhile, on blue team's natural power in the east, Triumph is setting up with Devastators. They do have the advanced targeting. Inquisitor maybe trying to get in around stuff. What was that? Oh, that was a Catechins. Grenade launcher really messed up the Devastators there. Tactical Marines getting very low. And I don't know why are they there? They don't have a flamer. Why are they so close? That was weird. They do get away okay. Well, one model less, but okay. Inquisitor is very low. Throws up her Rosarius to the conversion field. And she's going to go down. There she goes. Should get revived there, though. Devastators get away with one model. Lots of pressure from Triumph. I'm not sure how much bashing they actually got done. Assault squad with the jump. Catechins are lying in wait, though. Sentinel now getting repairs. Must have used the stomp already, I guess. Another heal thrown out by the Apothecary. And everything retreats? Yep, everything retreats. Well, Seraf is still in play. Seraf is tier 2 with the Chimera. Well, look at that. The Commissar himself might be inside it too. Unless he's in some random garrison, but I don't think they are. I think the only garrison on this map is in the northeast corner. Up here. Yeah, they're not in there, are they? There he is. Dire Avengers quite low here, but they can reinforce off the Chimera. Sorry, Guardians, not Dire Avengers. Warlock on the way. Gives them the Embolden, which lets them break suppression and do some more damage and stuff. It's pretty good. Tier 2 all around for the blue team. Red team already there. Stone Guard veterans on the field for Triumph. First company Tactical Marines that can combat all targets by switching their ammo. They have Hellfire rounds loaded in now that can do damage over time to light infantry and heroes. Which is basically everything in Jamboo's army right now. Who's going to cap? Work it out, fellas. Looks like Noisy has stolen this power and noded it. They're going to try and bash, but Eldar aren't fantastically great at bashing power, generally. I mean, tier 2 they have good stuff for bashing power, but their tier 1 units aren't fantastic at it. I guess Banshees aren't bad with their power swords. Lictor Alpha is level 2. Corrosive Claws are queued up, I should say. Rangers have spotted him. Throws out the Flesh Hook and then runs. And then runs. A little bit sloppy there. Could have waited for the rest of the army. I mean, they must have known Rangers were around, right? There's the Burrow Strike from the Ravener Brood. Messes up the Rangers. Hormagaunts getting in there. They don't have their adrenal glands, though. And here come Howling Banshees with the Exarch. War Shout for the suppression. Raveners will be okay. There's a Crippling Poison as well. They've been on the Crippling Poison pretty well. Frog, I'm going to call them, I guess. Banshee's getting very low there. Very low. Only the Exarch retreats. I think she's going to be alright though, with 80 odd hit points there. Lord Commissar comes in to help out. Meanwhile, kick it off big time on the approach to this power. Sentinel falls over. I assume that was Jamboo's. That was Jamboo's. Was that cracked shot on those guardsmen there? It looked like it. From Survive's global bar. Yeah, there it is. On those plasma guardsmen. Increasing their range and their damage. For 283 to 439. Sizable VP lead for the red team, but blue team have got the army advantage right now. Tank busters for Noisy. Venom Brood for Frog to try and combat the Chimera. Down it goes. It got very close to the las cannon there for some reason. Maybe they didn't spot it. Not sure. Maybe they tried to get close and jump out and tie it up or something. Lord Commissar is also down over here, as well as the Apothecary. Maybe we'll see the Lariman's Blessing. Warboss is out of there, so no more boss pole for you fellas. They did get a full bash though. That was a good passage of play for the blue team. They are... Wow. Triumph even lost their assault squad. What the heck happened? I wasn't even paying attention to those fellas. Can we see some assault squad bodies anywhere? Oh, looks like it all kicked off over here. Sluggers and Warboss and Pain. More Devastators up now for Triumph. A Falcon for Survive. Just looking after the power, I guess. Blue team be capping. Inquisitor now has the Inferno pistol. That close range anti-everything damage. Manticore on the field for Seraf. That is a ballsy pick right now. I think they need some field presence and he's gone for the Manticore. It could be amazing if he gets a really good Manticore strike, of course. He got some more Tactical Marines for Triumph. Using their drop pods. Survive is here with no indicator on them, but improved target is in tow. Judgment is up on those guards and need to be careful. Awesome disruption from the Catechans. Looks like Jamboo wants to hold here. There's the Manticore strike. Forces a retreat. It's not bad. They could break it though, couldn't they? Yeah, they both have Commissars. They could break the retreat there. Ouch, there's the judgment on those guardsmen. Lictor Alpha shot to death. Here come the Tyranids now. Venom Brood providing the ranged synapse. Hell Fury dropped in from Jamboo. Makes the Marines back off at least. Falcon not quite close enough for these guys to reinforce, but I guess doesn't want to expose itself too much. We did have Eldar getting a full cap on the VP for a red team triple. I mean, they've got enough VPs to sit and recover here, I think. As long as they don't lose their power too much. Apothecary's even grabbing this contested power up here. And they've got this one. Sluggers on it with their Nob Leader. Lots of Daka too to help them out. Warboss is almost level 4. Lictor Alpha level 2 and down. Inquisitor level 2. Should get revived there, I think, by the Inquisitor. Marines took a grenade launcher barrage and ran away. Manticore right here, catching these guys as they come forward. Forces a retreat again. I'm not sure if they broke the retreat last time. Catechans also retreating. Probably just wanted to wait for the Catechans because they can't... Yeah, are they breaking it? No, they're not. They're going all the way back. Looters are covering that power now. Noisy sensing pressure on the power. Meanwhile, oh, they grabbed this. They grabbed red team's natural. The Raffiners, maybe? Can they set up something with kinetic pulse here? Nothing from the Warp Spider to help control the Warboss. They could get heavy gauge, Death Spinner, they could get entangling web. None of it yet. It was also help control the Sluggers, perhaps. There's a Tank Buster barrage. Falcon dodges it. This is one of the few places on this map that's a little bit dangerous for vehicles. It can get quite tight around that area. Swamp them from the Sluggers. Banshees fleeing in terror from the Warboss, but he gets one last kick and they die. Just kicked them to death. Seraf now with Ogrins. A nice Manticore. Did that wipe out shooters? I think it did. I think that wiped shooters there. Ogrins, super heavy infantry, big chunky hit points. have heavy melee damage as well, with some disruption built in to their squad leader, which is very handy. Librarian on the field for Triumph. Have to flee though. I think we're going to get a full bash here, because Venom Brood are pretty good at bashing power, and is fully reinforced and fully upgraded guardsman level 3 and level 2 with plasma guns. I think it's GG, says Survive. Looted tank on the way for Noisy. Certainly an uphill struggle. I mean, they've got the VP lead, but they're now behind in tech. They're just getting their powers hit. Ogren's getting some capping done though. Not giving up yet. Level 3 Lord Commissar with the Power Sword, Carapace, and Stubbornness. In fact, they're switching to Flat Jacket, which is the Inspired Terror, right? We shall see if I'm correct. Yes, Inspired Terror. I got a thing right, you guys. So the Ogrins could try to get onto the looted tank, but it looks like they are ready to smack around the sluggers that use your red. Gives you some really good disruption against other melee squads. They're smacking them real good. Slugger Knob went down. Ogrins have to flee though, because the Warboss was hurting them. A decent Manticore strike as well. They've used the Manticore well so far. Falcon has the shield up. Falcon does have some anti-vehicle damage. Lord Commissar going to get some help here. Lord Commissar is indeed getting some help, knocking down the Warboss. He's not going to be happy, is he? Using lead by example. These guys do have a Commissar, so they could break the retreat, turn around, and start shooting this Warboss again. And then reinforce. There we go. And then reinforce off the Falcon, maybe. Warboss is indeed dealt with, and they can indeed reinforce off the Falcon 3 at a time because they're guardsmen, and there's loads of them. Meanwhile, Triumph with the customized Stormbolter and is a run-in. Improved medical equipment is in. 144 to 355. Got some repairing sluggers. Able to get shots onto the looted tank when it can't even see it back, apparently. That's not the weapon that has any enter vehicle, I don't think. 2 to 1 for red. They're keeping the VP pressure up. Manticore strike. Are these guys meleeing the Manticore? What are they doing? Just shoot it on rear armor with your plasma guns. Where did they even Manticore strike? Over here. The Ogrins survived yet? Yeah, the Ogrins survived. What are these fellas doing? They could have. I think they could have got the Manticore easily on rear armor. Maybe they still can. They're still trying to melee it. Maybe they're just trying to mess with its movement, because the melee will be enough eventually. There's the retreat. Why are you retreating? It's so low. I don't know why they retreated. They've still got 9 models and 10 models. Very strange play from Jamboo. Did so well to get there, and then made some very strange decisions. Lord Commissar just casually capping while he's being kicked by a Warboss. And gets it. Another 2 to 1 for red. Survive has a Seer Council even. Lehman Russ on the way for Jamboo. Swarmlord just hit the field for Frog. This Falcon's been awesome for the red team, you know. Got some anti-armor stormtroopers as well. They can... Oh, they've got the looted tank down already. I missed it, you guys. Can we see? There's the remains of it there. I imagine they had something to do with it. Oh, maybe the Warp Spider as well with his power blades. Gets the revive. Almost gets to level 4. Lord Commissar is level 4. And now has Bionic Eye, just getting all of the Lord Commissar armors apparently for Inspired Determination. Can pop that on the Ogrins for crazy damage, and then they can reinforce it off the Falcon maybe. This is the Lehman Russ of Jamboo. No upgrades, but still a pretty damn good tank without him. Stern Guard. You have to flee. Start losing models pretty fast. Librarian with a good smite. And has the Force Staff. 98 to 355. Blue team retaining the northeast. But look at this from the red. Keeping the pressure up. There's Inspire Determination for extra speed and double damage. It's pretty damn nuts. And Seer Council in there too. Awesome tier 3 melee squad for Eldar, providing a ranged damage resistance aura. And some awesome power melee damage, but here comes another tier 3 melee squad. The Knob squad is on them. Good disruption there. They'll do a lot of damage for Knob squad. They just can't quite trade because of the amount of health knobs have, I think, and their frenzy and stuff. Although it might depend on... I mean, they have to pay for the frenzy, they have to pay for their knob leader. Whereas Seer Council come out and they've got everything they need. Well, everything they can get anyway. There's always been some talk of Seer Council having some kind of upgrade, maybe some kind of ranged, like, psychic spell thing, like a Destructor. But I never got one, I guess. Swarmlord chasing the Falcon. This thing provides a speed and reinforcement synapse, which is incredibly powerful for late game Tyranids. Also has vehicle armor and tons of heavy melee damage itself. 71 to 334, single cap for blue. But I think red team are capping up here. Yes, Sternguarder on this cap. Another Manticore strike from Seraf. Done some really good work with that. Anti-armor stormtroopers for Seraf on the Leman Russ. Down it goes. I think it was a missile launcher hit from the tactical marines here that got the last shot, but they wouldn't have been able to get it if that melter bomb wasn't in, or crack grenade or whatever it is. Need to be careful now though, there's a lot of plasma guns, fellas. Yeah, get out of there. So I think blue team, oh maybe not. Sternguard's still in play, Apothecary still in play, Librarian's still in play. Not using his staff though to do the barrier thing. At least not right now, maybe they'll do it now. There's a smite. Lascannon's not super useful. Apothecary levels to 5. His heal getting better each level. Also, of course, gives him more energy and stuff to use. But here come a bunch of Orks, including a Knob Squad, a level 3 Sluggers, a pissed off Warboss with heavy armor now, and down goes the Librarian. And when you think about a Knob Squad being buffed by Boss Pole and Bang Bang Hammer, it's pretty scary. Not to mention Sluggers being buffed by that stuff. They just hit level 4. Oh, the Manticore was taken out. And again, I missed it. These guys break in their retreat to shoot some Orks, because they are good Imperial citizens. The level 4 Lord Commissar here comes. I can't effect no upgrades yet. Ogryns trying to fight a Knob Squad. I mean, they can help disrupt it, but they're not going to fare very well 1v1 in a protracted fight. What's going on? That blue VP down there. I think that's the Walk Spider harassing stuff, is it? Yeah. Walk Spider messing with shooters who are going to wipe, because Noisy is looking at the top of the screen. The awesome sync kill when he teleports around all over the place. What happens to your teleport cooldown there, Mr. Walk Spider? What's going on? He's cheating. Got a full bash, did Noisy. Made a hell of a racket, didn't you, Mr. Noisy? We have Pain Boy on the way. It's a dock run. I don't remember that being there. That little tooltip. What was that? Was that a fire prism shot? It was a fire prism shot. Right here from Survive. Kassakin on the way for Jamboo. Stormtrooper just got destroyed, thanks to some Seer Council. And Seer Council want to fight. They've got a bunch of fire support here. Knob Squad staying in play, popping their frenzy. There's a stomp from the Warboss, and now we see the Bang Bang Hammer buffs starting to pop. 5% per. And the speed increase as well. For 10 seconds. I mean, how many attacks can you get in 10 seconds? Probably a pretty good buff. I'm going to try and get the VP. I think they can get it. Maybe. Back up to the northeast. All kicking off. Got another Manticore for Seraf. Is that a Thornback? It is a Thornback. Carnifex just charged in, I think. Taking big swings at the Sternguard. We've got some Terminators now for Triumph. Anti-armor Stormtroopers trying to get onto the Carnifex, which is tying up missile launch attacks. We have to run. Ogryns are on it though, and a Lascannon's getting shots too. Triumph has a lot of anti-vehicle potentially. Seraf's Stormtroopers getting out of there. Terminator's teleporting out as well. Starting with Power Fists and Storm Bolters. They get the Carnifex down, and I think the Ogryns will make it out. Yes, they do. Lascannon also makes it out. They are applying a lot of pressure though, the blue team. 53 to 302. Manticore's right there. If they knew it was there, I imagine they would have gone after it. But they can't see what we can see. Towards the south, Rangers are with crack shot on them actually. Are fleeing. Because the angry Inquisitor's after them. She's got Purgatus. And she's level 7. Leman Russ on the way for Jamboo. Here comes a Fire Prism and a Falcon. Falcon's level 2. Quite a sturdy vehicle once it has this energy field. It used to be that the energy field lowered the speed by 1, but they just lowered the speed of the Falcon anyway, and then the energy field doesn't affect it anymore, I think. Lord Commissar hits level 5. Apothecary gets up, heals himself from the revive there. And they're going to have a go at the northeast. We've got looters with a death gun. We've got a las cannon up there too, not to mention some Kassakin with plasma guns. Ripping through those tactical marines. What are they doing? Running away is what they're doing. Ogrin's running in now. They're going to take so much damage from all this plasma. Look at that. But they still get in. And looks like is it Terminators that are capping? No, it's the Stern Guard that are capping. Rocket Run only hits the Apothecary, I think. And maybe hit some Guardsmen and stuff. Bergata's going off in the background there. Red team are going to cap that VP. Everything retreats. They need something up here to reinforce off, don't they? I'm sure Triumph would love to get a Land Raider Redeemer. They've got to save up for it though. They could drop a Orbital Bombardment too, which maybe we'll see. And there's a lot of stuff here. Here come the Tyranids too. Ravener Brood burrow striking. Looks like the Raveners have their the melee upgrade, enhanced muscle coil. No melee synapse up here though. Execution on Leman Russ. Bad news for the Stern Guard. Level 4 Stern Guard though, they're pretty damn tough. Down to 36 VPs, the blue team now. I mean, they've had an army advantage for a lot of the game, but I don't think they do anymore. I mean, with Terminators, with Seer Counts, with Fire Prism, I think the red team have evened up the armies. The Ogres have done really well too. Execution Leman Russ might choose to chase the Terminators. Nope. And Manticore's right here. If only they could see it. Meanwhile, back to the south. A level 9 Warboss is not happy. Lord Commissar going to go after the Tank Busters. No, he's going straight for the VP. Ogren's left to fight the Knob Squad, holding them off as much as they can. But that's Ardboys on the Knob Squad as well from the Warboss there. Ogren's had no chance, but they held them off long enough for the Lord Commissar to get a decap. And was that Inspired Terror? It was Inspired Terror on the knobs, I think. But I don't think it got a model. No, they still have 5 models there. Down to 36 VPs. Northeast kicking off. There's Bergatus. And Triumph was all alone. Not much they could do. Seraf, of course, supporting down here. Tank Busters on capping duty. Knob Squad and the Warboss more than enough to deal with some Guardsmen and a Lord Commissar. That was an awesome sync kill, by the way. But this impales the Guardsman on his weapon and tosses them aside. 36 to 281. 2-1 cap for blue. G's still a brood now for Frog. Great synergy with the Swarmlord. More speed, more reinforcement, and all that good stuff. Level 7 Inquisitor now has her mandate to help her cap and stuff. Are they going to triple the bottom here, the red team? Triumph gets a Librarian, does not get a Land Raider Redeemer. We'll see how that goes. Can support the devs, can teleport the Terminators around too. And the Force Barrier thing's pretty awesome. Here comes some flanking Tyranids. That's a Venom Cannon Carnifex, and that's a Tyranno formation. Lord Commissar right back on that VP again. And they might get a decap actually. Are they going to throw their shield up? Manticore strike on the Tyranids there. They got away, and they got... No, they didn't get away. They super did not get away. The Ogryns maybe got away. A bunch of stuff in retreat path though. Ogryns might not make it. Manticore's right there again. Ogryns down to 2 hit points. And they made it out somehow. Tyranids never turned on them. 36 to 242. Terminator's in the thick of it, getting those inspirations on kill. Swarmlord careful to try to tie up the missile launcher there so he can't shoot. And G-Still is just ripping stuff up. Terminators with the assault cannon, massive amounts, almost 60 DPS piercing from that single weapon. Pretty crazy. Pushed all the way back. But didn't lose any Terminators at least. Oh, they cancelled the Librarian, so maybe they are trying to get a Land Raider Redeemer. 36 to 222 on the VPs. Commandos on the field for Noisy have their Nob Leader, who has a rocket launcher. And he knows how to rocket stuff. Survive had a rough time of it. And is now getting an Avatar on the way. The Fire Prism went down. Seer Council still up, level 2. And Tyranids are going to get a decap, aren't they? Surely. Don't seem to be super interested in decapping. Is that an Eldritch Storm? It is. And Frog was not paying attention at all to the VP. Lost all of those Tyranids. Nope, one Termagant gets away. Look at that. Carnifex disabled. Nothing there to take advantage. The Stormtroopers didn't go in. They were right here. Falcon is heavily damaged but does have the shield up. There's the Avatar as well. Manticore Strike is mostly dodged, I think. Pain Boy got knocked around a bit. Did he do his surgery? He's got his surgery stuff. Must have done the surgery. Usually when you see a Pain Boy coming out late game-ish, it's because they want the surgery immediately. Avatar taking a bunch of damage here, but doing a bunch of damage per swing to that Swarmlord. This is very, very dicey. They got the Swarmlord, and there's the Wrath of Cain to try to get away, but they can't do it. Down goes the Avatar. Yeah, when the Avatar blows up, it does knockback, I think. But I don't think it does damage. 36 to 154. I lost everything, says Survive. This is not technically true. They have Rangers, they have Seer Council, but figure of speech and all that. Triumph has the Northeast. Look at all those inspirations from the Terminators when they kill stuff. Just ripping through those guardsmen. 2 Leman Russes up here though. Oh, they went for a second squad of Terminators. That's what they're doing. Insane amounts of piercing DPS here. Lictor has lost his mind and is attacking the bunker. And is going to die for it. Which was odd. Is the Apothecary himself up here? Oh, he's down. Over there. They got one of them. Final formation now. I don't think they're going to be too bothered. Oh, they can just teleport away. These Marines need to run though. Level 4. Don't want to lose them. Don't want to lose them. They should be fine. Meanwhile though, blue team's still on this VP. Noisy's locking it down with Knobs and Sluggers and the pissed off Warboss who's level 10. Bloody hell. Can't really focus him down very easily, can you, when he's got 2400 hit points or whatever it is. 2 Manticores for Seraf. Survive goes for D-Cannon. 2 to 1 for blue now. 100 VPs to make up though. Crackshot Rangers. Level 3 Crackshot Rangers. How much damage they're doing per shot, I wonder, with all those, with the level and the buffs. Lord Commissar, what is he now? Level 6. Wading in with the Ogrins. Ogrins have been amazing. How are they still alive though? Sluggers are very low here. Can he do Inspired Terror on the Slugger Knob maybe? Did they already do it? They have the Flak Jacket in. Ogrins get away. Lord Commissar's still here. Survive. Still hasn't got anything like Entangling Web or something to help deal with the knobs. Some Dark Reapers or something perhaps. Send to Intrid, says Frog. Well, I got it. 36 to 79. Looks like the blue team can get this done. Triumph has a very good chance to get the Northeast back, but I don't know if they can get their natural back. The Knob Squad are fierce and a level 4, and it's a level 10 Warboss. Can they get a good Singularity here maybe? Seer Council could have a good go at it. They might. Maybe they should focus the Warboss here. Just jump the Warboss. Oh no, Rangers are going to die. Looks like they are going for the Warboss actually. There's a Stomp. D-Cannon is getting shots in. Down goes the Warboss. No more Boss Pole. No more Bang Bang Hammer. But they still have to fight a level 4 Knob Squad, which is not going well for them. Has there been a Singularity already? I'm not sure. Northeast has turned red. It is being decapped. 36 to 33. 1-to-1. Lascannon's getting shots on a Leman Russ. Rear armor hits as well. There's a Rox though from Noisy. Down goes the Leman Russ. There is the Rox. Stern Guard level 4 down to 37 hit points. They need to run. I think down they go. I think they were focusing on getting the Terminators out there. There we see advanced healing now from Triumph. Level 9 Apothecary. Has almost 300 energy, this guy now. It's a lot of advanced healing. Manticore. I don't think it got a lot of great shots in. There's another Carnifex down there. Another Swarmlord on the field too. Rocket run. Not actually sure who did that. Must have been Jamboo, right? Looking at the red. Jamboo's only got Kashyyykin on the field. They are capping. Terminators are dying. These guys with a heavy flamer, actually. I think they should have got the Land Raider up here instead of the second Terminators. I think that would have been awesome for them. 31-22. Double cap for blue. That might be it. They might get a triple. There's a Singularity. Does drag in retreating units. Almost wiped. Level 4 sluggers there on retreat. Can they get the cap? Got a cap, fellas. Warp Spiders on it. There's the 1-to-1. They're going to get a 2-to-1 here. They are going to get a 2-to-1. Jamboo needing full support from Frog to contest the top now. Lord Commissar tying up the Carnifex. It's a brave fella. Not much they can do in terms of damage. Maybe the Terminators will get into melee. I don't think they're too bothered. They're very focused on the VP. 2-to-1 for red. Can the Orks get it back onto this VP? Oh, there's phase shift. We have some actual Warp Spiders now for survive. See, Council are chasing Pain Boy. Are they going to get to this VP? They've got to try, right? They're going to get... Oh, we got some dead stuff there. They're going to get harassed by the Commandos. Warboss gets a decap. There's the 1-to-1. 16-12 now. Warp Spider Exarch goes down. Leman Russ. Has he started it again? We have Stormtroopers for Seraf bashing power at this point in the game. Love the Daka and Burner Bomb, and now a Purgatus. Seer Council had a very bad day, but they got the decap. They did get the decap. But can they get their natural back? Here's the second Swarmlord. Ogryns are in there. Got their level 4. Very much deserved it, I think. And they're on the Carnifex, but they can't stay there. Here comes the Lord Commissar now to tie up and have a go. Missile launcher getting shots in. And these are level 4 attacks. And these big fellas can't cap, remember. Warboss is just hanging out here, though, menacingly. With so many hit points of stuff. No entangling web. You gotta use that. You gotta get your entangling web, surely. I guess they've been wanting to get some. Oh, there's the game. Blue team got it. Wanting to get some units up instead of entangling web, which is fair enough. Was a hell of a close game. Jamboo, level 10 Inquisitor at the end. Lictor Alpha for Frog, level 4. Had that level 10 Warboss, of course, who seemed to be level 10 for ages. Level 10 Apothecary. Should have got the Land Raider, I think. Triumph. Level 7 Lord Commissar. But there's 2 Manticores at the end. Level 2 and level 1. Did some decent work. And a level 6 Warp Spider Exarch for Survive. There you have it, guys. It's a cool game, I think. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.